everybody, and welcome back to Lavish Letti with your host, Nia Letti. And of course, we're here with Afrovibes TV. Today, I have an amazing guest.
What's going on, y'all? I go by Slay.
This is Slay. Say hey to Slay.
What's going on? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, period. Slay and I are good friends from a long time ago. It's given, 5 years?
It's been a couple of years.
It's been a couple of years. We met in Kuwait, y'all.
Yeah, overseas.
Yeah, wild. On deployment.
Uncle Sam.
Okay. I don't know if y'all know, but I am an Air Force, veteran. So is Slay. Slay is an Air Force veteran. And when we initially met, we never knew we would be linking back up in Houston. But look at us now.
Look, it's crazy how time works. Life be aligning.
I'm trying to tell you, everything happens for a reason. So I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. Thank you for coming onto the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Another thing, y'all, he was higher ranking than me. Yeah, he was higher ranking than me in the military, so I was calling him Sergeant Slay, but he was the whole time just my friend.
We cool.
Yeah.
Look, we ain't had to work together, so we was alright.
Twin, what have you been? Yeah, no, it was really good. But I very much appreciate your time today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Of course, very much welcome. So today, you guys, this is our special Valentine's Day edition. All right. Valentine's Day edition of Lavish Letti, you guys. So, as you know, Valentine's Day is approaching. Yes. Lovers is in the air. Yes. Something like that.
Look, something. Depends on what your situation is.
Okay, because my situation, I love me.
Look, there you go. Sometimes you gotta love yourself.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. What you loving on?
Me.
Period. Okay.
I love me some me time because somebody's daughter want to act right. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go love on everybody.
Ladies, you heard the man. He said until somebody's daughter want to act right now. We say until the men want to act right. No, ladies.
Look, so see, we need to align somewhere right there.
See how it was a disconnect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
But nothing wrong with a little self-love though.
Oh no, self-love is amazing. First of all, I have come to realize that if you don't love yourself, nobody else is gonna love you.
Look, and it's gonna be hard for you to it's gonna be hard for you to love someone else till you learn how to love yourself.
Yeah.
Like I feel like once you figure that out, like it's easy for you to start spotting the BS, the people that's wasting your time.
Facts.
I don't need nobody coming to disturb my peace. I worked hard to figure this out.
Buddy.
Look, trials and tribulations.
Bucko, okay? Because that internal, doing the shadow work and all that and learning to be in your higher vibration, that's a big challenge.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
when you want to when you do come across someone else and y'all aren't aligned, that can throw you off. So, yeah, being in alignment is definitely important.
Yeah, and sometimes that take a lot of growth.
Sure. Some more than others, but I digress. We're not even gonna get into that shit.
It's about Valentine's Day.
It's about Valentine's Day and all the love.
A little bit of love.
A little bit of the love. But even with the little bit of the love, we're gonna have a little bit of a controversial topic here. So
Let's do it. What you got?
All right. So Valentine's Day, we know Uncle Sam, as we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a big old coin from Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of money is made. Candy, chocolate. I know I done already had about 14
flowers,
chocolate covered strawberries.
Look, you even go deeper in there. You gonna go get your hair done. You gonna go get your hair cut.
Oh, the nails, the nail.
Mm-hmm.
The fit, the shoes.
I don't know who made it like that whole rule where look, I'm doing something special. I need a whole new outfit.
But it makes us feel good because when you feel good, you do good though. Like you got all the lovey-dovey vibes.
Sure. You want a big step, especially if you're that new relationship. You trying to impress. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to get to that. You want that person to know that you that. So you spend that bag.
Yeah, I'm that man. I'm that girl.
A period. Okay, but with that being said, all right now, relationships with the love, Valentine's Day, all that stuff being involved. Do we believe that it is a transactional situation right now? Is love all about transaction?
I feel like a lot of relationships lately, like in the dating scene, is just been real transactional.
But is that not like the natural way of things?
It's all about how you maneuver with it for real.
Okay, explain.
I feel like, all right, I tell people at least around 80-90% of what a man does is to impress a woman.
Facts.
Like we go and try to make this money, buy these nice clothes, get the fancy cars, because we want to show it's like a display that we're stable. Like we got this going on. We want to. not always just flashy, but we want to show you what we trying to, bring you into. So, but it's turned into, I feel like, an aesthetic thing, especially with like social media. People doing it more for the looks. People don't want to go through the hard stuff. So now everybody's like, the guys are like, let me try to get some ass, because she gonna want some money.
Hell yeah.
And she gonna be like, well, he gonna
want some ass.
So let me get some. We just go on the loop. Just go in the loop. So and people don't put it on such a pedestal, because I learned, like, women like security.
Oh, that's a big word. That's a big word.
It's more than just financial security.
Yes.
You got
mental, emotional,
physical,
yes,
spiritual,
yes.
like, making that woman feel safe. And a knock on the fellas, but a lot of dudes don't actually take their time to make a woman feel secure and safe.
Make sure you listening.
Yeah. Once you bring that woman in and show her that she good, you don't get the no limit soldier no more. You get her where she, that soft.
It's supposed to be soft and subtle situation.
But if you over here moving reckless, like we drive down the street, and you swerving out of the lane, ready to slide on some ops, you got
making me feel uncomfortable.
She can't even get secure because she don't know what you finna do.
You finna kill me. You don't even get the fuck about
yourself. Don't let them know your next move was a person.
Crazy work. When I gotta start contemplating your moves as you as a human being, I could not be secure with you. I can't. Because what is that? Yeah. So I mean.
But what's your take on it? What's your take? You feel like it's all transactional too? Man and woman perspective here.
Okay, so for me as a female in today's society, yes, it's transactional.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. What Kendrick do? Say Jay. Yeah. Yes, it is transactional. I look at the camera. It is a transaction, and it is a transaction because just like in the wild, peacocks, male peacocks display their beautiful big old bird feathers because they want to attract a female. They like to show them that they have what they want. They got what they need.
Yeah.
And if a man shows me, you got what I want, you got what I need, and for everybody, that's different.
Yeah.
I don't think that I do think everybody's going off of, you got what I need in the sense of finances. Yeah. But again, like you said, it's not all about that.
It's so much more.
It is so much more than that. So I do feel as though if a man comes to you in the transactional of, I want to help be a need for you, then it should flow. But again, like if you're not in alignment, it's never going to work.
Nah.
I don't think people get that concept. Like if we're not in alignment, it will never work, no matter what.
I also feel like, you low key kind of get depending on what you lead with. So like if you're that guy, you're leading with money, you're going to get the gold digger or the person that's all about money.
Do not introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain.
Yeah, but you making it transactional.
Facts.
Instead of giving the person the opportunity to like you for you. I'm going to like you differently. You showed me $100,000. I feel the same way differently. If, somebody won't be a sugar mama, here's $100K. I don't care what your favorite color is. What you need.
No, I don't care what favorite color is. What you need me to do, because I'm going to do it now. Yeah, no, that's fact.
And that's how a lot of scenarios go. Or like, a lot of people don't, learn what else somebody else has to offer. So if all you offer me is some booty,
ass.
I can't cook.
And women,
I ain't just organized.
Hold on now.
But I love you.
Now he calling me out with the organized shit. Hold on now. But I love you. Okay, I'm take to the women too. Take to the women. We got to get better. We do. We need to get better because it is more than just it's a lot going on right now, ladies, and we have to first stand in our own right, in our own selves, know who we are, know what we are worth first, outside of the fellas. But then once a fella is introduced, realize what that man is worth.
For sure.
These men are kings. Like a lot of them are ass. They are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the truth, but not everybody.
I feel like at this point we should all have our clown degree. If it walk like a clown, talk like a clown, it's a clown. Yeah, you don't need science to figure that one out.
Okay.
But I will say for all y'all out there for Valentine's Day, if you do got you a good man, get that man a gift. Get that man a gift.
Okay, and
not coochie.
And not coochie.
He had coochie for birthday, coochie for Christmas.
But that's different though. Birthday coochie, Christmas coochie, Valentine's coochie. It's all different coochie. Let's be honest.
It is. I ain't gonna lie, we gonna want it. We ain't gonna turn it down. But
so that's another thing.
Add a gift to it though.
Now, I can also agree with that because men will say they don't want the coochie. They're not saying that they technically don't want the coochie.
Just don't let that be all.
Right. They want more. Then when we say we want more, then it's a problem.
But I feel like I disagree with you there on the aspect of if you're dealing with a man.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now.
You're dealing with a man. You ain't got to ask.
He might have just ate me up a little bit on that one. He might have just ate me up. Because that's true. Real men definitely going to make sure that the things are always taken care of. Mm-hmm. Everything is handled when it's supposed to be handled. And in that case, you recognize that man. You treat that man accordingly. Do him something nice. Do him nice. And something nice for him.
For sure.
Okay, now, but along with this Valentine's Day, I want to ask you: do you have a spending limit? Like, are you when you are, say, you in a relationship type of thing? Do you think that the gift that you give has to be a certain amount?
To be honest, I'm the type of person I do what a person makes me feel.
Yeah.
So if I've been with you for a long period of time, and you really been like, even paying attention to the little things go a long way.
Facts.
So I feel like even just in a regular relationship, like everybody got their little box of needs or whatever. So it's like, you were checking out all the boxes for me. I'm gonna do the same for you and plus some.
Okay.
So I'm not one of the people like, hell, to be honest, I could just met you, and if you big stepping like that, I'm gonna reciprocate the energy.
Okay, now.
I tell people, you treat me good, I'm gonna treat you better.
Okay, now.
So that's me.
Okay, now see, he's saying that's him, but now, ladies, I know everybody want to know what I want to know. So why are you sitting here single then? What you got going on? What's you got the mindset, you got the looks. He is a veteran, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget that part, veteran.
It's just the dating environment.
Houston,
I would say even in general, because I've traveled a lot of different places, seen a lot of faces, and still ain't nobody here.
Right. I mean, you know.
But I can't say that all of them has necessarily been a bad experience. Sometimes, I have run across some great people, but they just didn't align with what I wanted, or our lifestyles didn't mesh, or they just didn't have certain qualities. And I've come to learn through growth. A lot of people will keep you just because you're a good person.
Like a time saver.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? I think that's super weird, because why save your time? Why utilize time to save time? That don't make sense.
No, that's weird. But as I've come to grow, and I've learned, that phrase where they say, you got to love people enough to be able to let them go.
Because if they go and they come back, then what they say, if they go and they come back, they're yours, or they were never yours to in the first place. Or if they go and they don't come back.
Yeah, if they go and don't come back.
They were never yours in the first place.
But all relationships don't have to end with this whole toxic connection. Like,
Facts.
I've been in some situations where I was like, hey, let's say something happened that made me feel away or whatever, and then you try to bounce back from it, but some things you can't bounce back from. So I got to a point where I was like, hey, you're giving me 100, and the way that my mind is set from because of that situation, I can only give you 60.
Wow, you said that you came up straight like a man like that?
You got to be straight.
That's not usual. Men, I ain't going to hold you. I ain't even going to hold you. Men will keep you till the end. They will suck you dry.
They know you're a good person. They know you're a good person. They're there to drain that energy, but that's not me. So, I told her, I'm not able to give you what you're looking for. So, you should be able to go and be with somebody that's also able to give you that 100.
That's really big and bold of you, man.
You got to. Because I wouldn't want nobody to come through and half love me.
Okay.
So I'm not going to half love you. You got to be able to give what you're asking for.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the conversation we need. Because, no, seriously, you can learn something from everybody that you're with. You can definitely. There's lessons after you've been with even just friends. There's lessons that you learn from them friendships.
As much as we talk about relationships, it's hard to have friends too sometimes.
And Galentine's was also a thing that just happened too. And we love ourselves and our friends and our networking relationships. All of that. We love it. So for now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and pause. I'm gonna take a little breaky because we gotta pay them bills.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we'll be back. We're gonna go on our little intermission, but we'll be seeing you in a second. We'll be back with Slay on Afrovibes TV with Nia and Lavish Letti. Yeah. Hello, everybody. We're back.
What's up?
We're back with Slay, Nia for Lavish Letti TV here with Afrovibes TV. Thank you guys for tuning back in. And again, we're here with my amazing friend Slay, having this Valentine's Day conversation, you guys.
Spreading a little love.
A little bit of love, a little bit of heartbreak. Not like Just joking. Just joking. I did want to get into the fact that, okay, so we're talking about Valentine's, all the love, all the things in the air, relationships. As far as social status, though, it's a big thing in the social media to be in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And you have your significant other, you and your significant other follow each other, y'all's family know each other on, social media wise. How do you feel about that take as far as the social status? You and other people knowing your business about your relationship.
Okay, I would say, they say there's a difference between a secret and being private. So I feel like a lot of times, a lot of people don't even make it to the point where they even be posting people for real. So I feel like that's a big one. But I feel like status always.
Hold on, we gotta go back on that because why? Because why do you think that's a big one? Why do you think that we don't?
I feel like it's just just the dating culture in the moment. Like I feel like like they say, hurt people, and there's a lot of people out here trying to protect their heart. So it's like it would suck to me post you and show that I'm over here being all lovey-dovey with you.
Yeah.
And then I find something crazy like you entertaining somebody else. I just introduced you to my people. What you mean? Or I done did XYZ. I big stepped. I gave my 100.
And you give me over here 25. Mm-hmm. You gave me 25, and I gave you my 100.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a lot of people out here, scared to open up, or you just haven't found that person where you could just be yourself. And that's what they say.
That could be hard, Slay. Like, seriously, on some real stuff, like, people have been really hurt in life. Mm-hmm. And life is not easy. Let's be honest. So, like we talked about before, opening up, that can set some people back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but, along the same lines, though, that can also elevate you. Because once you find that right person, once you find that right person that can put a spark under that ass and really get you lit. Like, really turn your life up.
Yeah. Because they, what's that one saying? They be like, "Oh, you buy a man shoes, he'll walk out of your life."
No, that's some real shit. I promise you, you buy a man some shoes, he gonna use them same shoes to walk around another bitch in a mall somewhere. I'm telling you.
But for the right man, though, he gonna use them shoes the big step for you. He gonna come back with something bigger and better. It's gonna lead you to bigger and better. But when you see it, like we said, you gotta take that time to yourself. When you learn to love yourself,
that's true.
You ain't tolerating for nothing. You ain't settle for none of that. Like I said, a clown when you see a clown.
Okay, period. Because once you've been around enough of them, you definitely know that, okay, this is a circus. No, this is the safe house.
But it's the same. It's the same way with seeing a man. A man when he walk in that room, like, hey, that right there, that's a man. Right. Or like even when you're a good person, like I don't have to run around here and be like, I'm a good man. You know by my actions.
Real recognize real. Yeah, and actions speak a lot louder than the words could ever, or chains, or whatever fashionable things you want to use. Actions speak louder than words. So with that, though, that also goes into like the social status. Do you think that more people that are inclined, do you think the people that are in relationships, do you think they're with them for social, like financially?
I feel like if it was financial, we would have a lot of long-standing couples because the way this economy set up, I feel like a lot of people not getting the concept. Like a lot of times you need that 2-person home.
You do, but let's be honest, it's not like Mama in them days. It's not like back in the day no more where like you need like a woman needs a male to come in and you feel me stand on that business for her because they didn't have a lot of access to things. Like females weren't able to actually take care of themselves back in the day like how they are now.
Not for sure.
But now women and men are very much both capable to live in separate lives and not having to intertwine each other. So if that's the case though, because now we have a lot of conversation about the relationships. I think relationships now are just fuck relationships. Something like that.
Yeah, I can see that. But my thing is, it goes back to that whole saying, if you wanted to, you would. So for that type A, alpha type woman, if you require or want companionship, you're going to make room for that in your life.
Yeah.
And I feel like the biggest thing that a lot of those type of women run into, you either run into the guy that's intimidated, all right, I see you big money, Or
yeah, oh, and then me, because I'm a person like, if we on a date, I'm gonna pay. Like the first date, I don't know why it's weird, and this is why I'm not in a relationship right now. I've learned from my lesson. Done that in 2 of my big relationships. Paid for like the first thing that we've ever done. Not a bad thing, you know. I'm thinking as a female, most men don't get that. Most women don't be like, hey, let me pay for something like that.
But I feel like that's low key kind of a perk to being a woman. I feel like it helps y'all be able to, because the thing is, a woman doesn't really have to do too much until you figure out that you like him. So a lot of times, like if you dealing with a man, he's gonna be trying to impress you. So he's not he accept your offer like, hey, I want to pay you. Like, you know, that's nice. I appreciate it. Yeah. But this is my first time taking you out. Let me take care of it.
And see, that is the kind of energy that should be like the thought. It's the thought. It's the thought.
Like I appreciate that you suggested it, because a lot of people just come for a free meal.
But those men, they were like, oh, what? Like I ain't never had a female do that. Yeah, go ahead and do it. They weren't. They were like, yeah, go ahead and pay.
Some people will let you do whatever you want to do, and just some people will just take. And them type of people that you got to learn how to differentiate from, man or woman.
He talking that real.
And then for the other thing that I was going to mention, a lot of those type A people, or man or woman, you got to learn, especially for the women in this aspect, you got to learn how to turn that off.
What you mean?
So, for example, let's say you got your own thing going on. You own boss. Like you got your own business. You got your own fun. She got her own house. Yeah. She got her own car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when you come home, you got to let your man be that man. He the man in the house.
But with that being said, all men, just because you are a male, does not make you a man.
That's true, but you chose this person.
Facts. That is also true.
So this is the person that you allowed in your space. Especially if y'all are living together now. If y'all are splitting different things.
Have you lived with a female before?
I actually haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't. I've had where somebody stayed with me for like a long period of time.
Okay, but y'all weren't like splitting bills type of thing, taking care of responsibilities.
Like she was like going to school. She would come on like her summer break or something like that. Yeah. She go back to school.
Okay, now. So I've lived with someone. That shit is not easy either. Like learning, especially not being married or anything like that. It's big responsibilities. With great power comes great responsibility.
But the thing is, love is a choice. You wake up every day choosing this person. And, as much as everybody want to talk about, like, 50-50, again, we distinguish that everything isn't just money.
Facts.
I might be able to, I might be giving 50 on my emotions today. I didn't have the best day. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to pour into somebody else's cup when you run that love.
Yes, pouring in somebody else's cup, and that's what a relationship is about. I always thought that relationships were about teamwork. Like that whole aspect of you scratching my back, I'll scratch your back type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't seem to play out like that though, because we start getting into other worldly things. We get into family. We get into our egos taking over, and sometimes. So instead of it being looked at as like we're helpmates for each other, we become competition.
And it shouldn't be like that. Relationship, we a team.
But see, I want to know, when do you think that it actually gets like that? Like when do you think that the stage of that relationship? Because when you first start, you got the lovey-dovey, the butterfly stage. Everything's amazing. Definitely. It feels so good to get to know you. It feels so good to be around. Because
everything's so new. Everything's so new.
It's so new, even though it's old to you. Like you know all your flaws. You know everything that you got going on, but this new person that you're talking to, you don't know. They don't know. Y'all got so much to learn about each other. Life seems so fresh. But in them cases of where now y'all have been around each other for a couple of weeks, couple of months. You starting to see a little bit of triggers from this person. Like, this person not as organized as you have may thought, or this person isn't as, like on point with what they got going on in life. They don't have plans for their life. Like when, I guess it just all depends on the situation, huh? Like when it actually will turn.
But my big thing is like, you'll know because off of the interaction that you and that person have. Like how we were talking about earlier, you gotta be with somebody that allows you to be yourself. Yeah. So over time, like everything in every day isn't always gonna be perfect. Yeah. And like we said, like one of the biggest things, like because we're on the topic of like status and stuff like that, a lot of people date aesthetically. Yes. They want somebody. That's like, a dude just want a girl that look good on the side, but she might not really be contributing to their life. Like I got a bunch of homeboys that just holding on to a girl because other dudes be like, oh, she bad. Like, I wouldn't let her go. The whole time he at home stressed. He at home stressed. He got some that don't want to go home.
Dang. Come on now. It's crazy.
Look.
That don't want to go home.
But the thing is, like, you gotta create this environment of peace. Something I learned through life too is like, especially when you're living together, they say the woman sets the tone of what the mood is in your house. So, you'll come in, let's say if she's coming in and she's cleaning up, light some candles, got some music.
Got the vibe going.
Y'all come in here and y'all relax. Chill,
But then you come in, I come home, your ass on the game for 12 plus hours. I'd have been at work all day. It's nothing on the stove. I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to cook, I guess, because you ain't made shit. I'm coming here, basically.
No, for real, especially if you that type of guy, because I'm very traditional. If I'm in that aspect, I'm going to be that type of guy that's going to take care of all the bulk of the bills.
Yes.
So, I'm trying to make things easier for you.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, me being a vet and all, like, I want to put my woman in a position where I could be like, like everybody hates Chris, the mom, she be like, I don't need this. My man right like you don't have to stay nowhere that you don't want to be. That
my goodness.
If they don't value and appreciate you, I got everything handled where you can just transition. Yeah. You can go crochet all you want to, like.
So I just go. That's
go do your thing.
Make a hobby.
But as long as we're able to still come together, build, and make something,
and that's when you'll have a woman in a soft spot.
Right and then, but I tell everybody, the foundation of a great relationship is really just two things: communication and honesty. So when you get in that dating space, one of the things I take serious is honesty, because we don't even have no obligation to each other. So why you got a lot of me?
That goes into my next question for you, though. What do you believe? Because we're talking about Valentine's Day and love. What is your definition of love?
Again, I say love is a choice.
Okay.
And it can be a feeling too, but it's more of a choice than a feeling. It's somebody that is around you and has your best interests at heart. It's like that person that make you want to go harder. Like, and again, like I said, like when you got the right person by you, you don't have to ask for things. They just do it.
And it's just that.
So it's like, I'm reciprocating the energy, and that's that love. Whether you running a little low, like how we say, pour into your partner's cup, that person that wants to go and do that person that like, hey, you tell me, let's say I want to take my crochet business to the next level.
Yeah.
I want to do this, and this.
Yeah.
And once I see you straying away from that, be like, hey, babe, we said we was doing this right here.
Oh my goodness.
Same thing. Like,
teamwork.
And the same thing for me. Like if I bounce an idea off of you, I need you. Hey, this is what we doing.
Look, we full speed ahead. I'm 100% supporting.
And that comes with that honesty, because you're able to be critical with me without me, taking the defensive or being defensive.
But it's all out of love
and that communication.
Yes. So that goes into me saying I think love is intention.
Okay.
I think so. I think love is intention. So just like how you say love is a choice, we intentionally choose what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, why we're going to do it. Being a part of somebody's life is an intention. Yeah. Anything you do for someone out of the kindness of your heart, that's love. That's intention. Like even you being here today, have an intention for me coming on the show, and I appreciate him so much. Intention to want to, uplift and bring something else. I think that love, we forget that intention sometimes. I think we think that it's instead of a choice on the positive aspect, I think we think of love as a choice on a bad aspect. Like once you get like an obligation.
No, and you never want things to feel like an obligation. And now it becomes work.
And that's what that's what happens. I think that's when we go into a snowball effect. At some point in that relationship, instead of us building each other up and, always being on that positive up and up, we start thinking that the transactions have to be equivalated because it's an obligation. Like now I gotta be here for you. Like, she got this going on.
But see, that's like that, like you're dragging your feet when you say it. But I feel like a lot of times, like how I said earlier, when you check them boxes for people, that's because somebody isn't getting something that they require. Like, for example, if I know my woman like to go out and do stuff and I ain't took her in a minute, I know that. But whether or not I did it is because have she, been checking my boxes?
I was about to say,
how many, out for me?
I was about to say, how many times do we check boxes?
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Let's say, he gonna want a meal when he come home or whatever. But have he been, making sure I was good? Valentine's Day just happened. I didn't get nothing.
You didn't get nothing.
He didn't tell me happy birthday. Little things. Or let's say, I told him that, I wanted XYZ. Or,
so then we start going for the tit for tat.
Because somebody told me, I learned this a long time ago. They said women tell you what they want. You just gotta learn to read between the lines.
And that's it. Because I'm not gonna tell you straight up that I need A B C D E F G. You know what it takes to make F Y K C D whatever.
Yeah, and then women get in their heads about a lot of things. So like for example, let's say you tell me that you would like flowers.
Yes.
Or whatever. So, but if you told me that you like flowers and I go get the flowers. It's now like, did you get the flowers because I told you I wanted flowers?
Or did
you get them because
you wanted to get them?
And now that becomes a whole thing because I want you to do something because you wanted to, not because I made you feel obligated.
Also, though, in those moments, we do just have to be appreciative that somebody just did. Because in these times, like right now, I wish somebody would just do.
Sometimes you can find a silver lining in that. Because, it is. Like, it's good that you're able to tell a person what you want and they still make it happen.
Because that's love. That's intention, you know? Or like you said, not tell them and they are able to read between the lines. Like, being able to be... Because some men don't verbalize what they need all the time, you know? And I know men have a lot on their backs. And I know that the world definitely be there for y'all, you know, sometimes beating y'all down a little bit.
Yeah.
But to have that person, to know that you have somebody there for you, have a support system, and it be somebody that you really lean on, like that's so important.
No, for sure.
It's very important. But that is the end of our episode for today, you guys. I appreciate your time, bro.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I can't even tell you thank you enough. I appreciate you. Lavish Letti, you guys. Make sure you tune in. There's more for you, more up and coming, more conversations, more love, more debates, you know. A whole lot of it, you know. So that's us signing off, guys. But y'all have a great week.
Peace.